The secret of the possibility. I think that was one of the most interesting things that I've come across is that phraseology, because at this moment, most of America has told me that people don't care to get healthy. And they don't care to listen because they think it's too expensive and it's too inconvenient and a variety of things of that nature. Well, we at Nefesh think just the opposite, that people really do not like to be overweight. They don't like to be diabetic. Cardiovascular issues are certainly not part of their lifestyle. Not sleeping well has got to be dealt with in a different way than it is. Along with that, dementia. We've covered a number of things, excluding cancer and the environment that it lives in. Would it not be nice if you could work at peace and knowing that you've put these things off as much as you could by creating an environment that does not welcome disease and fatigue and stress to live in it? What would your performance be like if you could do that? And better yet, if your employer-employee relationship was such that we began to discuss this and openly sought solutions to it rather than saying no immediately. If in fact we could acquire a position where we increase the performance substantially. In fact, Coors Brewery found that if they put this game in play, for every dollar that they spent in the arena of nutrition workout, they got $6 back. What would happen if that same thing could be implemented and find out that the cost was half of what you're currently spending at the grocery store? The relationship between the employee and the employer would absolutely be incredibly bonded again, to where they could see the difference in one another and they began to compete for a better lifestyle and share that with employees, share that with other businessmen, because that's what we're looking for, is people enjoying life and work. And if we could do that and put off the aging process, would that be of interest to not only the employees, but the employer, to work and have that relationship with customers to where they saw something different in you? They felt the frequencies of your body more positive. And we both know that happy people are healthier people, and healthier people function better than unhealthy people. And if we could deal with that and find ourselves freeing up from the drug world, freeing up from the pharmaceutical and the addictions that are out there, being able to transfer that addiction to, say, alcohol or pornography or gambling or any one of us number of issues that's taking your time and your money, would that be of interest to you? And particularly if it enhanced your lifestyle at home, your family life. People that begin to take better care of their bodies, it's an unusual thing that when the energy goes up, they begin to take better care and are more resolved about what they put in their system, not only about what they hear, what they look at, but what they can consume. The difference is significant. And that's what we see at Nefesh, is this just a few minutes of time would change the whole flow of business and the relationship with the employees. There's peace. There's peace when the body is genuinely at peace with itself. If it's fed and understand what energy does, the correct way to get energy, the correct way to lose weight, and solve so many physical and emotional issues and financial issues. Because as we see the cost of things going through the ceiling, think about it if you didn't need that. And you could enjoy this country with me to where it would be easy within reach. Just a couple of changes. This is really not difficult, but it's like my little wall says. To open these doors, you really have to have a little bit of knowledge and a little bit of discipline, and that opens up the desires of your heart. And that opens up such a venue to where you can open that prize, that gift that so many people would like to open, but they just have never been introduced to a different way of living. And all at once, this thing called health, your financial health, your spiritual health, your physical and your emotional health, come into play once you understand that the emotions, your insecurity, all of these things really bear on your eating habits, on what you listen to. Once you've established that hope, it's an entirely different world. And just think about losing weight naturally, healthy. Your skin begins to grow from the inside, healing. Your liver begins to function correctly. All of these things are available, just a little bit of knowledge, and your performance goes through the ceiling.